Iran is a name in world politics that no one has ever fully understood. This country has always played its own game behind the scenes. No shouting, no public announcements, just working quietly. But the information that has spread in the international intelligence community in the past few weeks shows that Iran is no longer sitting quietly. Tehran seems to be preparing to give the whole world a shock. And that shock is being felt first and foremost in Washington today. The incident began when Iran's state news agency Tasnim published a special report. In that report, it was said that Iran had successfully tested a missile with a range of 100,000 kilometers. At first, many thought that this was typical Iranian big talk. In the detail, those who understand military strategy know how terrifying the number 10,000 kilometers is. This distance means that Tehran is directly from New York to the White House in Washington. It means the ability to bring fire to American soil within 30 minutes. Until now, this ability was only in the bosom of Russia and China. Now Iran is going to be added to that list. And this has stopped everyone. When the news reached the Pentagon, it was late at night. An emergency meeting was called for the next morning. What exactly was discussed in that meeting has not yet come out. However, an official present there, who did not want to be named, said that a strange silence had descended on the entire room. No one was saying anything to anyone. No one could understand how a country that has been held back by sanctions for years ended up in this place. However, it is not just the range, but the real terror is hidden in the technology inside this missile. Experts say the thing that Iran has made is not an ordinary ballistic missile. It is much more deadly than that. It is believed to use the Fractional Orbital Bomber System, or FOBS technology for short. In this system, a rocket with its warhead goes straight into space. Once there, it orbits the Earth, just like a satellite. It can orbit overhead for days, weeks, even months. No one knows when it will land and where it will strike. When the order comes, this silent killer will launch its retro rocket, leave orbit, and rush at high speed to the target. The most terrifying aspect of this technology is that it does not follow a conventional path. When a normal intercontinental missile is launched, it follows a specific curved path. Radar can track that path. Missile defense systems can try to intercept it. But FOBS is able to avoid the North Pole route and attack by turning towards the South Pole. And this is where America's biggest weakness is being discovered. America's entire missile defense system is built to prevent attacks from the north. All radars from Alaska to California, all interceptors are aimed at the North Pole. Because until now, the calculation was that if an attack comes from Russia or China, it will come from the north. There is no shield, no protection in the south, because no way can a threat come from that direction. Iran has noticed this gap. Now everyone wants to know where Iran got this technology. If you pull the thread of this question, the eyes come to Moscow and Beijing. In the investigation published by the Western media, citing sources in the Pentagon, it is said that Iran's achievement was not possible alone. Behind this is the long-term technological cooperation between China and Russia. China's role in particular is very significant here. China has its own FOBS program, and it is suspected that China has handed over a part of that technology to Iran. Not only that, China has also given Iran its Beidou navigation system, which is an alternative to America's GPS. This means that Iran's missiles are no longer dependent on any American system. Some leaked documents claim that China has invested close to $50 billion in this Iranian missile project. Where did this huge amount of money come from? How did it come about? Is still shrouded in mystery. What China is getting in return must also be understood. China is getting an opportunity to establish a strong position in the geopolitics of the Middle East. The Strait of Hormuz, through which a large part of the world's oil trade passes, opens the door for them to expand their influence on that route. A strong ally is being established in the face of America's monopoly, which can be useful in any major conflict in the future. Russia cannot be avoided either. Since the Ukraine war started, relations between Moscow and Tehran have become closer than ever before. Iran has given drones to Russia. In return, Russia has provided Iran with advanced military technology, according to intelligence. China, Russia, and Iran. The alliance that these three countries are forming is a completely new type of challenge for America, for which Washington was not prepared at all. The most mysterious thing is the reaction of America and Israel to this whole incident. Usually, when Iran takes any military action, Washington and Tel Aviv immediately react strongly. Threats are made. New sanctions are talked about. Sometimes direct military action has also been hinted at, but this time, there has been an unusual silence. The Pentagon has not issued any official statement. The White House only says that the matter is being reviewed. Israeli Prime Minister Netanyahu has swallowed the snot. The Mossad, the organization that has killed Iranian nuclear scientists in the past and carried out cyber attacks on military installations, is also silent. This silence may be the biggest answer, because if America publicly admits that Iran has really acquired this capability, its trillion-dollar missile defense system will become worthless overnight. That admission would mean that American soil is no longer as safe as it used to be. The boast of military superiority that Washington has been carrying for decades is nothing more than empty talk. Secret videos have been leaked showing giant missiles being built at a secret military base deep in the mountains of southern Iran. Looking at the missile's length, structure, weight, engine power, experts say it is no ordinary weapon. Some intelligence sources claim that it is capable of containing 80 to 100 megatons of energy. By comparison, the bomb dropped on Hiroshima was only 15 kilotons, and this weapon will be about 7,000 times more powerful. Not only that, it is believed that this missile is multi-headed, meaning that once it takes off, it can be split up and hit multiple cities at once. Few countries in the world have this capability. If Iran really does it, it will directly join the ranks of the world's top military powers. Right now, America has several options. Either they will redesign the entire missile defense system so that radars and interceptors can be installed in the south, but that will take years and cost trillions of dollars. Or they will try to talk to Iran diplomatically. But just like the Trump administration broke the nuclear deal, Iran is no longer willing to trust any of America's words. The third option is direct military action, but if it goes that way, it will start a war in the Middle East whose outcome is impossible for anyone to predict. Iran is still not admitting anything publicly. It says it is all self-defense. But why a secret factory at the bottom of a mountain for self-defense? Why all the technologies that even the world's major countries can't think of? No one is answering these questions. A new shadow is now hovering in the night sky of Washington. That shadow may be hundreds of kilometers above, but its existence is felt in every corridor of the White House and every meeting in the Pentagon. Maybe more information will be leaked. Maybe someone will open their mouths. Or maybe everything will suddenly come to light. The world's major powers may know everything at this moment, but some are keeping quiet to avoid war. Some don't want the matter to come to light for their own benefit. One thing is certain, the map of world politics is no longer in its previous place. A country plagued by sanctions has secretly reached a place that no one ever imagined. The answer will have to wait. Maybe not long.